Nah, no robbery. Witnesses say they saw a man walk up to him, words were exchanged, and bang, 6 rounds. My guess, Joins knew his killer.
Any obvious suspects?
You see his sheet? The line of people who hated this guy goes down the block.
Witness saw a white male, 180 pounds, 5'10", brown hair. Nobody got a better look?
What do you expect? Guy runs by waving a gun, you hitting the deck.
And nothing off the canvas.
Somebody got a look at the shooter's car. A blue Olds Cutlass.
I'm sorry, Detective, are we done?
My lieutenant's pulling me onto something else right now.
Well, then who's working this case?
Look, the murder of this pervert's not a high priority around here. All I'm saying is, I'm not getting much help.
Well, then you can team up with one of the detectives from our office. What's this about DNA?
CSU swabbed mucus off Jones' forehead. The killer spit in his face before he shot him.
So we're talking about a vigilante.
I think so.
So what's the plan?
Start with the people from his neighborhood, look for a match to the DNA.
You really think those people are going to volunteer to help?
I'll open an investigative grand jury.
In other words, a fishing expedition.
Oh, come on, Arthur. We can't endorse street justice. We have to send a message. The press has already picked up on the story.
And as you know, they're ready to canonize the man who did it. Well, make sure you have solid probable cause on any DNA you collect.
Believe me, if I find a smoking gun, I'm not going to let it get suppressed. If I find the shooter, I want a conviction.
And I want results. Fast. Or we move on.
They swabbed my mouth, gave me some kind of receipt, said if it didn't match, I'd get the sample back.
They called it voluntary.
Yeah, but it's some cop asking me. What was I gonna say, no?
They can do this?
It's obviously coercion, but yeah, they can do that. The DA's strategy here is simple. They ask you for a voluntary sample. You refuse. They feel justified in asking you to testify before the grand jury.
So what? It's still refuse.
Well, then they serve you a subpoena, which means you have to show up. If the DA thinks you're withholding information, they can use that to get an order for your DNA.
Hey, look, I don't like it either, but I got nothing to hide, all right? I didn't kill the creep.
That's not the point.
If it gets him off my back...
You know, they found Jones' body beside a playground, for God's sake. Well, you think anyone here is going to shed a tear that piece of crap's dead? You know, they can't treat us like we're the bad guys. You know, because they're the ones who let him out of jail in the first place.
Jimmy is right. They cannot do this to us.
Roy, you're okay, because you're off the hook, because you bent over for them already. Okay? But no one else should cooperate.
Carla, you think that'll work?
They're sensitive to politics here. We embarrassed the DA's office, stole the investigation. They could drop the case. We were good in there.
Carla? When I shot him, my hand didn't even